Alright, what is going on, guys? Pavel's back again, and it looks like all the leaks ended up being real. We are getting Bambietta and Giselle. I feel like Saruchi's kind of weird here. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Saruchi, if I remember correctly, she was leaked a long time ago, but usually a lot of these long time leaks on characters that in my opinion aren't really too, I wouldn't say Saruchi's really that popular. I think she's cute. I could see why people like her in terms of like, she's adorable, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, either way, let's just quickly go over the news and then we'll get into the gameplay, and then we'll just check out what these characters are actually capable of. Based on what I heard from Death Smasher, because I'd like joined his Discord, and then he's like, oh, by the way, we're reacting to the new stuff, and I'm like, okay, I'll keep my mouth shut, and then I'll just record my video when we finally get like all the news up. And my boy Ahmad actually posted it, so shout out to my boy Ahmad, and let's just get right into it, right? So first and foremost, we're finally getting a new epic raid after 3 years. Honestly, I'm surprised that we didn't get a new epic raid aside from like little baby mini event ones that are more, in my opinion, jokes. Since I quit, and I'm excited for this, but I'm also a little bit let down only because of this. The epic raid bonuses, we literally have like 3 more recent characters, and then the rest of them are incredibly old unless you pull the new banner, right? You have Saruchi, Bambietta, and Giselle as the damage times 3 epic raid medals plus 100%. But you'll notice here that we not only don't have the 50%, but it goes down to 25% off rip. So if you don't pull the banner, you're essentially, I don't want to say you're getting fucked, but it's kind of like a nice big middle finger to your like butthole. Maybe they swirl it in a little bit, but the only characters here that are really, in my opinion, like great are probably going to be like the Senju Maru. Halibel's more recent. I still don't necessarily know what she does, but I'll give her credit where credit's due, that she's newer, so I'm assuming she's going to be pretty busted. Ichibei was pretty busted, and then on top of that, you also have this Chad and this I want to say Kisuke, but I've been watching so much Naruto, my brain goes to fucking Kisuke. It is Kisuke, right? There's no way my brain is this right. It is 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay, yeah, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Bear with me. Bear with me. And probably Uryu because he has bombardment. Nah, I feel even Uryu is just fucking whack, dude. I don't know. It's just a bit weird to me. It is what it is. But anyways, so that's that with the epic raids. Going to the stats and skills, we'll do that in a second. New characters, main banner. Honestly, the main banner is pretty mid. Like, you have Ichigo, you don't have the rest of his banner, which I think is fair. You have Gremmy, I get that he got resurrected, but still. Shunsui, Sajin, Yamamoto, I feel like these 3 characters are all pretty at this point, even with the resurrections. Toshiro. Gremmy, I think, is actually like playable now, but even then, his first strong attack is so dog shit. Like, Candace got resurrected. Honestly, I actually like Candace. Her playstyle's fun, but I don't like the lunge for a strong attack. Byakuya and then Asnod, right? Those being the more recent one. I'm actually missing Byakuya, so I kinda hope that I get him, but I better not be like the last banner where I summoned and then I ended up just getting like literally everything except for the banner. Okay. Either way, going to the stats and skills, we'll go in the order that we get the gameplay, so that way we have like some type of cohesive little thing.
Today, I'll be introducing 3 characters from the anime broadcast celebrations.
Oh, dude, look at that Bambietta, bro. I'm surprised it took this long to come out with Bambietta. I honestly, I thought that like with Bambietta being a fan favorite, getting 3 different Bambiettas before her zombie version, I think is a bit strange. So let's start off with Giselle, and then we will move on from there. Boom, boom. Now she has the Soul Reaper Killer Plus, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, this Plus took so much time to like figure it out. So shout out to my boy Death for explaining it to me, and I'll be alright. And there we go. So my boy Death actually posted. He's like, just to give an overall clarification on the Killer Plus for PVE killers like Soul Reapers, Hollows, or Ronkars, pretty much PVE killers that aren't PvP killers, right? Is a 40% killer effect rate. So instead of being 20%, it's going to go up to 40. So it's plus 20%. And then killer PvP killers like Captain, Espada, Squad Zero, Stern Ritter, those are going to go to 60% instead of 40%. So it's literally just being increased by straight up 20%. I think it's fair. I'm surprised that it's not like plus like 10% and then plus 20% for the PvP killer. So that's actually good to know. I think it's good information to have, right? Next, we have the special move. You'll see here that this has a revive mechanic on it. And then on top of that, she has domination, which I still don't necessarily know how that's gonna, like, it's a new status element. So I'm not really gonna know how that works until we actually talk about it in the video. EX move activates a forward-facing wide-range trap that lasts for a set period of time and has a high chance of inflicting dominate. So essentially, this is going to be kind of like the third strong attack of Speed Retsu, where she puts down the trap and then the enemies just get hit with the status element. So that's going to be pretty damn good. Strong attack recharge 14%, Sprinter +1, paralysis immunity, right? Havoc 20%, Frenzy +2. Increased status element chance against all Soul Reapers, status element spiritual pressure boost plus 80%, weaken defense, sharpshooter, technique attribute character damage to status element affected enemies, which we've already seen she can proc very, very easily as long as she has killer, or very, very easily whenever she gets that EX move, which has a cooldown of 60 seconds. Bruiser 40%, kind of strange. Frenzy +2, Berserker 60%, damage to dominated enemies plus 100%. This is actually wild. Like, if you think about it, you have like your base damage, and I haven't brought out my calculator to do something like this in a long time, so bear with me. You have like base damage times 3 for Frenzy, times 1.6 for Berserker, times 1.8, no, times like 1.7, I think it's like 6.5. I'll just put 1.7 just for the sake of the video. And then you have times 1.3 and then times 2, right? So like your damage is literally getting amplified by pretty much 21 times. That, like, just because you proc the status element, which since you have increased status element chance, I'm just going to assume it's very easy to proc your status element. Getting spiritual pressure boost, you have bombardment. So you literally have this on your soul bomb, you have this on your strong attacks, you have weakened defense. Like, the amount of damage you're going to do with your soul bomb with bombardment, built-in weakened defense, damage to dominated enemies, technique attribute status plus 30%, like, it's just a lot. Like, it's actually, in my opinion, pretty freaking wild. I feel like tech has gotten to the point where it's really strong, so they have to keep coming out with crazy strong characters to supplement what they already have. I think it's the same thing that what was the status, what was the attribute that kept on getting like crazy shit, but everything else was pretty mid? Heart. I remember Heart was getting fucking crazy ass shit with all the with like Ichigo, Tokinata, 6th anniversary Aizen, and literally nothing else came close for a very long time. So I like, that's what I'm noticing right now with the tech attribute. I might be wrong. Y'all can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I literally just started playing this game maybe like a month and a half ago to 2 months ago at this point. Going into the actual gameplay, let's talk about it and figure out what this domination is.
The soul trait is strong attack reach. Attacks can all inflict the new status ailment, Dominate. Plus, she has the EX move 100%.
Okay, we're gonna talk about this.
20%. Now, let's see this character in action. Giselle stands out from the pack with her ability to inflict the new status ailment called Dominate with every attack. Okay,
so she has literally Dominate on everything, including her ultimate. Which, I mean, it's kind of obvious that it would give it to her ultimate, but sometimes when they have like the revive mechanic, they might try to like cheese out removing a status element.
Enemies afflicted with Dominate don't deal damage and will start attacking their own allies instead.
It's literally a brain worm. Oh, that's so funny, dude. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. I've always wanted something like that.
Allowing your character to take the advantage. Plus, the skill damage to dominated enemies 100% provides an exceptionally high boost.
Like, if you just think about it, right? For something like Guild Quest, this is gonna be absolutely crazy. Because you have Weaken, which gets completely nerfed and gets removed almost instantly, but then you have something like this, where the enemy can't deal damage and will start killing their own allies. Now, I'm not saying this is going to be like crazy broken, but it's kind of funny that you're literally having a status element that will completely nullify the boss from being able to hit your party, like, at all. I think that's pretty damn good, and I think that it'll also allow you to like run stuff like full stamina damage boost on almost all your characters without having to worry about having a barrier if you don't have like a boost barrier type unit. I'm not saying you're going to use her in every guild quest, obviously, because that'd be fucking dumb. I'm just saying this is cool.
Their own allies instead, allowing your character to
I don't really see a lot of characters getting this dominate, except for maybe like a Halibel in a cute little like latex getup for Halloween. I'm actually surprised they're skipping the Halloween banner. I came back for Spirit Society and I got lied to.
Along with this, she has skills such as status ailment spiritual pressure boost 80% and team slash party increased technique.
So much damage, bro.
Status ailment affected enemies 30%. This allows her to deal devastating damage.
Dominate plus 100% plus 30% plus spiritual pressure boost.
Comes with the skills bombardment plus 1.
Yeah, and you get bombardment,
which guarantees inflicting enemies with dominate. This triggers skills such as damage to dominated enemies 100%, resulting in massive damage. She also has the EX move Wide Range Trap, which activates.
Oh, that's so funny, dude.
That lasts for a set period of time and has a high chance.
It's literally like an oil mill, dude.
Finally, thanks to having Soul Reaper.
And it deals damage to. Wait. Oh no, are they? Wait, hold up. Is this damage from the EX move or is it because they're killing each other?
Soul Reaper Killer Plus, she can accept Wide Range Trap that lasts for a set period of time and has a high chance of inflicting dominate on enemies.
Yeah, nah, dude, the EX move deals damage to them, and then on top of that, they literally hurt each other, and you can't get hurt from it. That's so crazy.
Guild quests and limit break quests with Soul Reaper Killer.
Look at the Renji, dude. He's literally can't do anything.
Let's look more closely at her attacks. Here are the normal attacks. The normal attacks are
standard range.
Ranged attacks.
This one's more of the. Actually, this isn't the standard range, is it? It looks kind of like the widespread one, which is weird.
The first strong attack surrounds the character and attacks forward.
Okay, pretty standard AoE in front. This will be good for crowd control when the enemies spawn in the circle in Guild Quest.
Here is the second strong attack. Strong attack
Vacuum pushback.
Enemies in front of the character and inflicts damage.
Yeah, if you're familiar with Tokinata, second strong attack.
Here is the third strong attack.
Full screen. Okay.
This attack goes
pretty standard in terms of the kit. I don't think it's a bad kit. Seems like she doesn't have crazy range.
The zombie.
That's funny. Okay. And then revive for your team. I think that's cool. So I have a question for my black audience. Is this girl invited to the barbecue, bro? Simple question. Y'all answer it down in the comments below. Alright, let's talk about Bambietta, right? Now, she is going to be, I believe she's a melee character. Let me pull that up. Nope, she's a range character. Okay, cool. Alright, so she's going to be a range speed unit with an Arrancar Killer plus, so 40% Arrancar Killer. On Giselle's combat, Bambietta lets loose an enormous reishi bomb, inflicts both burn and lacerate on all of her attacks. That's really good to see. Strong attack recharge 12%, and then damage to lacerated enemies plus 30%. If I remember correctly, she has like crazy damage. Yep. I remember what Death was talking about when he's like, she has plus 100% damage to lacerated enemies. Fuck. Ah, dude. Yeah, I remember that too. She doesn't have. Okay, so this is where she's really good, but then on top of that, Caleb decided to like neuter her a little bit, even though they didn't want to cut off Giselle's balls, right? Devastation plus 50%, Debilitator plus 2 seconds, damage to lacerated enemies plus 70%, goes up to 100 due to the soul trait, right? Damage to burning enemies plus 40%. Plus 140% when the enemy is afflicted with a status element is crazy. And then on top of that, you have increased status element chance against all the Rancars, so you're gonna use her in every single guild quest pretty much. Weaken defense to her ultimate if you want to use her as the main runner, poise, sharpshooter, and then on top of that you have killer effect plus 50% in GQ, range damage plus 30% in GQ, and outside of GQ, the killer effect is still plus 30%, and then range damage plus 10%, which is still really good damage. I see a lot of people that kind of downplay this, but like 10% range damage is still really good when you're calculating in the fact that you have something like Frenzy plus 2. I was trying to say Frenzy plus 2 and Frenzy plus 3 at the same time because I saw the Guild Quest stuff. But even outside of Guild Quest, Frenzy plus 2, range damage plus 10%, damage to burning enemies, burning and lacerated enemies plus 140%, guaranteed to proc status element, pretty much a guaranteed to proc status elements against all wrong cards. And then on top of that, you have Bruiser plus 30% when you run out of strong attacks for some reason, so that way you can nat down the character. My criticism here is really just that she ended up not getting increased status element, increased spiritual pressure boost when she procs a status element, because I feel like that would have been better than just giving her big damage if the enemy is hit with the status element. Because when the enemy is immune to status elements, in some content, very, very little content, but when they are immune to some like status elements, she ends up getting cucked, like completely cucked. Alright. So let's bring up the Bambietta, fire immunity, probably for GQ. I'm surprised with people, like I'm impressed whenever I see people like, this is the immunity, so this is for GQ. Bro, I can't remember immunities for GQ or like status elements for GQ, bro. I hate doing GQ sometimes.
This makes it possible to continuously deal damage over time while sealing strong attacks and special moves. Plus, with his
damn, I just realized burn the last rate really is a shit ton of damage over time. That's hilarious.
Once she has inflicted her enemy with a status ailment, the combination of her skill
full screen third. That looks like a beam for a strong attack.
She also has the skill damage to burn her enemies 40%, so she has the potential to inflict further damage. As well as this,
I want to know what that second strong attack is.
Strong attack recharge time -12% and damage to lacerated enemies plus 30%.
Her true potential, being a Kenpachi link, gotcha.
Finally, Bambietta has a Rancor Killer Plus and many skills that boost her potential in Guild Quest, such as Frenzy.
Damn, this is our fourth Bambietta, bro. And we still don't have... I was gonna say Askin, and I'm like, wait, we do have Askin, shit. For those that haven't played this game for more than like 2 years, bro, we were asking for Askin for 4 years. Like, ever since they announced, like, 1,000 Year Blood War in 2018? Well, whatever second anniversary. I think it was the second or third anniversary. I don't even remember which anniversary it was. But we were asking for, like, Stern Ritters and stuff, and obviously we never got them. We literally just got captains. Surrounds the character and attacks forward. It looks like it's just a straight, like, 960 AoE. Which is still a great strong attack. Anything that has great range, I'm in love with, to be honest. I hate her voice. I hate the expression on her face. I get why she has it. It's just like seeing Bambietta like that kind of.
Saruchi is a heart attribute character with Squad 0 Killer Plus.
Squad 0 Killer Plus, normal attack damage plus. Oh, okay, so she's the 35% normal attack damage. Does she have a second soul trait? Hold on, let's range normal attack. Okay, cool. All right, let's pull up Saruchi. Now, Saruchi, I feel like is the oddball in this group, right? Squad 0 Killer plus 60%. Unleash a wide swinging attack. It deals immense damage to enemies. No status elements. Do you have no status element damage plus? Oh, this is weird. Okay, so poise, healer, multi-barrier plus healer and multi-barrier plus 2. Healer and multi-barrier. Is it just a heal barrier skill? Interesting. Oh, that's really interesting. Okay, cool. I kind of like that. I prefer boost for like GQ in particular, but I do like heal barrier units for like autoing certain types of content, right? Like farming potions and stuff. So Bruiser plus 50. I do single player. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Caleb. I'm sorry. I don't play co-op. Bruiser plus 50%, poise, healer. Let's just talk straight damage, right? Bruiser plus 50%, flurry plus 1. Oh, really? I hate seeing flurry plus 1 and then flurry plus 2 in Guild Quest. I get that you're mainly gonna run her in Guild Quest, but it still hurts, dude. And they gave her guard break, they didn't give her sharpshooter. Okay. Poise, healer, medic, multi-barrier plus 2, freeze immunity, probably for GQ. Going into just straight damage, you have bruiser 50%, flurry plus 1, range damage 10%, killer effect plus 30%, but she has a PvP killer, right? So she's not really going to make use of this against the Soul Reapers, which is unfortunate. So this is just going to be literally for the Squad 0 members. Range damage 30% in GQ. Half stamina only, decreased damage taken 50%. This is a really weird one, man. Hard attribute character, normal attack damage to your team plus 20%. I do like this, because this is all heart attribute NAD units, instead of saying, oh, it's a heart attribute a Ronkar that deals, like, you have to have all these, like, specifications. And then they gave her guard break instead of sharpshooter. Long reach 20% on a range character is cool though. I'll take. Wait, is she a range character? I don't even remember. Is she a range character? Yeah. Okay. I could have swore. I'm like, I saw her. She was. I'm like, is she a range character? I'm like, I could have swore that I saw it somewhere here.
Here's a list with the rest of the skills.
She looks cool though.
Now, let's see this character in action. Chiruchi's second strong attack includes both the barrier and the healing effect. Plus, with her skills,
And only Giselle ended up getting the EX move.
She can provide multiple barriers and heal the entire
That's very sexist, you know.
making her an extremely useful character.
Let the man get the EX move.
While her healing and barrier technique or keeping the team and herself protected, her skill
I'm gonna get in trouble.
damage taken 50% helps to ensure that she can continue to support the team by reducing incoming damage.
You and Chica looking down on me, smiling, bro. I'm telling you.
High value soul trait, normal
She has the high value soul trait. She's a high value man. Increase normal attack damage 50%.
boost to the normal attack damage. Additionally,
Yeah, Bruiser 85% is nice until you realize she only has Flurry plus 2 if it's in Guild Quest.
20% boosts normal attack damage for herself and hard attribute allies. Finally, with a lot of skills that are useful in Guild Quest, such as Flurry in Guild Quest plus 2, Chiruchi really shows off the battle prowess in Guild Quest with Squad 0 Killer and increased range damage rules.
Yeah, that's why this. You see how slow this Guild Quest is going.
Her attacks.
You ain't see how you didn't see this type of speed when Bambietta and Giselle were doing it.
The normal attacks are a string of 4 ranged attacks.
Standard. Like ranged night characters kind of piss me off because it's like.
Now for the strong attacks.
Even if you're like that's kind of.
Pushes the enemies.
I was kind of hoping for something flashier. I was gonna say you end up getting these like strong attacks that are really nice and flashy that you just never use. Like Ichibei's third strong attack, the speed Ichibei from like way back then, bro. They turned him into a Brave Battles character, right? And it's just like, damn, this is a cool third strong attack. This is a cool ultimate, and it does no damage.
Attacks forward.
That's my only real criticism for these like NAD characters.
Special move. There's no
Do
way
these
we'll
cool
lose.
ass like special moves. Nice. She threw her what is it called? She threw her yo-yo and then she decided to have it go through a bunch of rocks so that it loses momentum and deals little damage with her little peepee spiritual pressure.
And those were the character intros for the anime.
Yeah, so I mean overall I'm definitely gonna go down to 0 just because I have like 800 orbs. I definitely want to do 5 steps, so as soon as I get my orbs to 1100, that's when I'll probably summon. And yeah, expect me to stream, what is it called? Expect me to stream epic raids when this banner fully comes out, and well, not when the banner comes out, the afternoon in which the banner comes out, thank you very much. And yeah, we'll probably just do this, and then we'll just summon right after we get all the orbs from the epic raids. But I appreciate you stopping by. You have a great... The Lunchly mold situation. Oh, that's a thing. Oh, that's so gross. I'm gonna watch this video in a bit. Anyways, you have a great night. Stay blessed, y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.